Here's how to play 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins the right way. Normally, this song is played in E-flat standard, which means taking all of your strings and tuning them down 1/2 step. But today I'm going to teach you this tutorial in standard tuning so that you can play along with your guitar at home. The riff here can be played on acoustic or electric guitar, but you're going to want to start up here on the 6th fret of the A string and the 8th fret of the G string. We're going to create this octave position where you let your first finger mute that D string in the middle, and then you let this open E string ring out underneath. So you can kind of strum it like this. And as a rock song, we're going to be using all down strums, starting with 7 of these, and then sliding it up one position to the 7th on the A and the 9th on the G. We're going to take that hand position and slide it all the way down to the 2nd and the 4th frets on the A and the G respectively, and we're going to play 6 of those. And let our hands off for a transition, and you can do a little down, up, empty strum here on the top 2 strings. So that might look a little something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, up. This song is played with a lot of aggression and energy, which is why we do that down, up to just keep the momentum going. And much in a similar way, we're gonna do this riff that sounds like this. Want to keep that momentum going, so we're going to continually pluck the A string at the same exact rate that we were strumming, and while we do that, we're going to add some notes on the D string, starting with the 6th fret of the D string, which we play with the A string together, open, and then we bend up and bring it back. On acoustic, this could be a little difficult, so you can use more than one finger on that 6th fret of the D string to help you pull up and bring it back. So it should sound like raising up a 1/2 step and then coming back down. And now we're basically going to alternate playing just the open A string and then the open A string and a fret on the D string, which in this case, we're going to go from the 6th fret of D down to the 4th fret of D. So it's going to look like open A, then 0 and 4 together, open A, then 0 and 2 together. Open A, then 0 and 4 together, open A, then 0 and 6 together, and then finally open A, and you're going to go all the way up to the 9th fret on the D string. You're going to play that 4 times, and then you're going to do another one of those open, down, up transitions. You can do that entire riff with just one finger to get that sliding sound as you drag your fingers to the frets, although it's not an important detail, but it is there. So the entire iconic riff to 1979 looks a little something like this, kind of slow. Continues to loop. Now the only thing you need to know to finish the entire song are 2 more riffs, one for what I might call an interlude or a pre-chorus, and the second one for the real chorus. The interlude is actually really simple. You just have to play 2 chords, one starting up here on the 9th fret of the A string, then the 7th fret of the D, and the 9th fret of the G. And you can play those 3 strings, plus, if you want, the open E strings on the top and bottom. We play this chord 7 times with all downs, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8th strum, we switch to this B chord position, which is the 7th fret on the low E, then 9 on the A, 9 on the D, and 8 on the G, and then you can let those bottom 2 strings open out again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we do another 7 strums on this chord without stopping in between at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ending this with a down-up transition that we do very quickly and let our fingers off the strings so that we can go back to whatever riff we're going to. Now this interlude section happens in the middle of the verse, so this will often lead you right back to the first riff that we played in this video, which could look something like this. But it also happens at the end of the chorus, which is the last section that you need to learn, and it's actually really easy. It's just 3 chord positions. The first one is this E position here with the open E string by itself, then 7 on the A, and then 9 and 9 on D and G, letting, again, the bottom 2 strings ring out as well as the top. We play this one 3 times, hold it, and then play it 3 more times when we move on to the next chord position, which is the 6th fret on the A, the 9th fret on the D, and then the 8th fret here on this G string. And you can just play, again, the open E and the open 2 strings on the bottom the entire time. So the first chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then drop down to this chord position now. Which you just strum 4 times all down. Take your fingers off the strings for a quick down-up transition to our 3rd chord position, which is just that octave that we play in the intro, the 2nd fret on the A, the 4th fret on the G, and muting that D string in the middle with your first finger, which you can strum with this open E string on the top. You just play that 3 times, and then very quickly, again, let your fingers off the strings and transition with the down-up to the end of the intro riff, which started on that bended 6th fret. Or if you didn't want to play that again, you could also just play the A major chord here instead. But very slowly, the entire chorus looks something like this, starting with this E position here on the 7th fret. Which loops and then finally ends with that interlude section that leads you right back to the intro. And these 3 pieces just continually loop until the song is over. So this is everything you need to play the entire song. Let's finish this video off with an entire playthrough of all of the sections put in order so that you can see if you can play along. Starting with the intro, here we go. If you want to support me, you can find me for free on Patreon, or you can listen to my original music, which is on Spotify with the links in my profile. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.